Yo,
Yo, can you hear me?
yes, I can.
It's lit.
It is. We are here. I have
No way. Are you kidding?
I have a color, so I figured I was gonna shade it because the coloring is boring to watch. So I set it up so we get to work on the shading and all that.
No, looks so
I got.
good.
I didn't know Procreate lets you have a reference, so they have like this little reference pop-out window, and I use it, and you could sample the colors from it still without it having like to obscure the
Up your
little.
own.
Yeah, so we got that going.
That's we got that go. Came in hot and ready. Like what the heck?
Came in ready. I was up since 3 a.m. I had some. I had to work on something.
Why are you up till 3 a.m.? What the heck are you doing?
And don't even get me started.
I was beyond sleep by that point. So
I know, right? I used to go to bed at that time. Oh, it's Jacob. Okay.
Jacob. Okay, let me do introductions for people that don't know you and us and all these things. So we're back. First pop-up episode of Make With Me of
Oh
2021.
yeah, it's a new year. Yeah.
It's a new
Let's hope.
year.
Let's hope the year's not trash. So I started off.
I mean, the news was just on, and I'm a little worried about this year, but we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't never know what to say in the beginning. You guys, if you didn't know, Stigil Antonio before he was on what did I call it before? Draw with me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so and it was at a point when Instagram didn't let us save things yet, so that episode is completely lost. If you were there, you
How?
saw it. If you weren't, you missed it. But that's why we brought him back. You
No.
probably already saw the amazing drawing he's working on. Can you hear stunting?
Work on the Adventure Time. What are you working on?
I don't know.
I don't
I have
know.
I have a blank paper here,
Okay.
so we'll see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. See,
Um,
if I start from scratch, you would see like there would be nothing to be seen in this live. So I had to start
what?
somewhere. Save the little shading and highlighting. You got to do all that. So yeah,
Okay, so I mean, you're not promoting that today, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. He has a Twitch where he kind of does this from the beginning, kind of from the beginning, and it's amazing. So whenever that
I had to
comes
take a
back, you
yeah, no, I
guys
had to
make
take the
sure to watch.
hiatus because it was a lot mixed in with school and everything, and I'm still wiping the school off of my body right now.
Yo,
So
facts.
I'm trying to figure it out.
School is a
Oh yeah,
different animal. Yeah. We're
right.
almost done though.
Almost done.
Almost done. We're almost out of there.
I have another semester after you guys.
I mean, it's still pretty close. Still
Yeah,
almost done.
no, I know. Almost done. All right. So
All right. Well, while he's you're shading today, right? You said.
yeah, we're gonna do the shading, and do some highlights, all that.
Cool. We're gonna chat and stuff like normal, and I'm gonna figure out what it is I'm drawing today. I
All right.
haven't figured it out.
Do you have any
I keep
ideas?
looking at the
Do you want
Jolly
like a
Rancher
prompt?
bag and taking inspo from this, maybe. But I don't know.
Mm,
I got nothing right now. I just wanted to get on here and make something.
maybe you can draw with the Jolly Rancher.
Draw the what?
Draw with the Jolly Rancher.
Oh God, I probably should have tested that first, right?
You probably have to melt them
To
in a cup or
make
something.
sure it actually works.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We'll show the artworks. I'm not as interested. So I'm gonna premise this with I hold the pen weird when I'm drawing, so if anybody wants to make fun of me, I already know.
Maybe you guys put some prompts in the comments, and I'll see if I can draw them.
I forgot how weird it is to hold the phone because I'm trying to like look and make sure I'm not just like pointing at my carpet or something while I'm
You still
drawing.
don't have a tripod? We gotta get you a tripod. I'm sending you one.
I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Just a little one for your phone. That's why I got mine on.
Oh, see, I always did like the DIY move and just like stack some stuff up.
It was maybe $10 at Target.
Oh, at Target?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I'm not spending buku money on that.
Yeah,
Something
no.
related to black hair. I can do that. That's easy.
Man,
Any kind of hair, curly hair, braids, dreads. What we talking?
Jacob said draw something related to black hair. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Jacob
What?
said
Oh,
that.
oh, you were saying what kind of hair?
hmm I think I'm just drawing the figure first, and then I'll do the hair afterwards. Maybe I should turn the camera on so you guys can see, huh? That might be nice.
How have you been spending your break?
Sleeping.
Sleeping?
No, but I've been doing a lot of drawing. D'Angelo Cornrow is hilarious. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with art. I've been playing with Procreate because of you. You like forced me to get an iPad and all that stuff. Um,
Did you end up finishing that one? The piece we're working on?
yes, I'm pretty close to being done. I don't
Oh,
know that
okay.
it's done yet. I keep looking at it and thinking I should do more. So I
Mm,
might go back in and do something else. I'll definitely be showing everyone soonish, whether it's
Jesus.
done or not. Richard, there's so many people in here that I want to have on the show at some point. So, hint, hint, you might receive a DM at some point. What have you been doing on your break? Are you actually relaxing or?
Um, I've been sleeping. That's why I wake up at 3 in the morning. I've been going to bed like I've been in the hospital like at 9 p.m.
What in
I'm
the
going to bed
world?
at 9 p.m. I woke up at 3. And no, I don't think it's better than waking up in the morning is only like really productive if you have something to do. There's no difference between waking up for me right now at 3 a.m., 9 a.m., or like 12. But the good thing about not waking up at 12 is that you don't have 2 hours of sunlight until it's
Yeah.
nighttime again. But no one's up at the time, so it's just me and my thoughts for like 4 or 5 hours till someone's awake.
Yeah, just awake by yourself in silence.
Yeah, so it's like I gotta catch up on either like YouTube or something because
Yeah, Vibe World works you crazy. Y'all got a lot of stuff going on at all times.
yeah, we were on a call earlier talking about stuff we gotta get done, and it's quite a lot, but it's gonna come out cool.
If y'all don't know about that, he's also a part of a group that does a little bit of everything. You guys like have rapping and singing and all the crazy videos. You going viral sometimes.
I'm gonna have
You're
to
just
I'm gonna have to go on maternity leave and let you take over or something because
not maternity leave.
yeah, no, I'm gonna foster a kid. I need time,
Where's the baby?
and I don't know yet. There's a lot of questions.
And why am I taking over? I'm not even in the group.
You'll be my plus one.
Hilarious.
But yeah, no, everything's coming out cool. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for this year with everything like that. And then
You
I'm
guys,
trying to figure out what I'm trying to
you
do.
guys are the only show I went to last year. The only
Yo, it just passed 1 year since that show. We were talking about it the
yeah,
other
my
day.
phone reminded me.
Man, it feels like so. A lot of times it feels like time doesn't pass, but it felt like 3 years went by after that show. I don't know why.
That was the longest year ever. That's why.
Yeah. Oh my God. It felt so. It felt like yeah, time's moved twice as fast.
It felt like, yeah,
Trying to figure this out.
I'm definitely not rapping, Jacob. That's not happening.
Yazzie got some raps, all right.
Only in the shower, but they're not good. And I don't remember them literally the second I step out.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone.
Gone.
I could sing a gospel song. That's about it.
Hey, look. People be paying top dollars for like little gospel samples and whatever. You could
Y'all
just be
taking
the
the Kanye route.
So someone could use them.
Hilarious. Ooh, Jacob, this just gave me an idea. I'll tell you about it later.
You gotta have Jacob on here.
Yeah, well, Jacob, you trying to get on here one of these days? Or you going to act shy?
Mm-mm.
Let's see. What else? You guys drop something else in the comments for what I'm gonna draw next. Right now
Oh,
we
you
got
draw fast. Wait, what? I just looked.
this is just a sketch, but I'm gonna ink over it in a minute.
See, yeah, you draw a lot. You get a sketch done a lot faster. I'm sure your work takes way more time than it takes me to finish something, but that sketch is done fast.
You should
That's
see, I mean, the fact that it's taking me so long to do that digital piece, everybody's like, digital work is so much faster. And I'm just like, I could have had this done 2 years ago.
it's
If I just
faster in
did this
some
by hand.
cases.
I think it's because I'm just used to doing things by hand. So this can just like,
It's not fast if you're trying to get like quick ideas out because it's just like a lot. And then if your iPad's dead, it's just
oh
you got
yeah,
to
that's the
find some.
worst. That
But
is the worst.
if you already know what you're gonna draw, it's pretty quick.
So, okay, as an artist that does a lot of things, what are you looking forward to this year?
Um, I'm looking forward to time like to have some time to work on like a lot of this stuff that I like ideas that I have. Like I want to get like super into like the 3D stuff because video editing is cool, but I'm not as into it personally as I am like a lot of the other stuff I'm interested in, like learning.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to get back into that because I was super into it last year, but time and school have completely what's the
Just
word?
make your
Yeah,
life.
just hijacked every waking second of my year because I went from like the spring semester to summer classes to the fall semester, and it was just. And now that we're on break, I'm bored. I don't even want to be on break anymore.
Speak for yourself. Do not rush our break. What's wrong with
I know,
you?
I know. You could stay on break.
I need a break for another like 4 months before we go back.
I'm trying to be
But
done. That's
I'm
why.
also trying to be
But
done.
you're done next semester. I'm trying to be done now.
I'm
I
also
gotta
trying to
come
be
back in the
done, so I'm gonna
fall.
be quiet.
Keep messing this
Yeah,
up.
I don't know. It's different. This past year made it like super like you zoned out completely on everything, trying to figure out like, okay, what's the most
Oh, do
important?
you? 'Cause I got an email yesterday. No, no, no. I read an email yesterday that I got a week ago saying I still didn't turn in one of my finals. I did the final. They
What?
were like, you know you're supposed to turn in the files, right? And I was like, oh, well, hopefully you still take it because I read it 5 days after you sent it.
Do you know how panicked I would have been if I got that
Uh,
email?
Honestly, I was more panicked that I was gonna go to bed and not care about the email. So I was like, let me just do this now before I forget.
That is crazy. I
I
looked
ain't
at
even
my
get on
grades
my grades
yesterday. I'm
yet.
still waiting for the rest of them. I don't know why
I
they take
got
so long to
I
handle
got
in.
two, probably because people like me don't submit their files till the 6th of January.
Oh, they can only do if they have everyone's.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm
Oh,
sure I'm not helping the speed in which things get done.
he said, "I'm sure I'm not helping everything."
I'm sure.
I think this looks. All right, we got some braids in there. I'm gonna ink over it. Drop some stuff in the comments. What you want me to draw?
Gotta throw Yazzie the curveball.
I had another question for you. I forgot it just now.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. How would you rank all of the different things that you do in art? Like favorite to
Drawing,
least favorite, even though you do all of them because you like all of them.
I would say drawing is definitely number one because even though it's like the most love-hate relationship that I have, because you know of anybody how many times I'll text you and I'm just like, look, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I have no ideas. They've just left my brain and they're not coming back. But I love it the most. definitely is it helps me a lot in school, oddly enough, because like I was able to get this internship off of my drawings, not even what I do in school. So I was just like, is there even a point of me being here? But we're
That's
here.
like most of the stuff that I get, and that's not. It's no shade to all the stuff I'm enjoying in school or school in general.
There's some shade, but
Literally, most of the stuff I've been like achieving has been for this kind of stuff, not for architecture. And that's not a bad thing, but it's also like, okay, but how do they connect at some point? They have to, right?
yeah,
So,
right. And then, oh, that's a good idea. Can you draw the girl with braids drawing something else? You gotta get real meta.
oh, yikes. Okay, I'll try.
And
Richard's pretty crazy too. Past 708. You got to get him on here.
oh, what does he do?
He is a glass artist. We work together, and also he
Oh,
does
what?
like painting and drawing, and
Okay.
he's a kooky cat man. So I think he has a lot of ideas that I wouldn't think of, which is probably why that one just came up, and I wouldn't have thought of that.
Glass seems so fun. I mean, besides like cutting your hands and everything like that.
You get used to it.
It's like how people when they lift weights they get calluses. It's like your battle scar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then but yeah, I probably have drawing at number one. Um I guess I don't know really how to like break them down. Like the 3D render stuff, I'll probably put at number two because it's just like um it's the most fun because I know like the least about it. Right? She was just out here calling you a kooky cat, man.
You have to come on the show now because I need them to understand.
Yeah, you can't just let it hit you with that. But yeah, I'll probably put like the 3D render stuff at number two. That is like by far the most interesting because I know the least about it, and it's super fun to learn that stuff. And uh, gives me reason to actually spend the large amount of money I did on my computer and my other computer. So it justifies those purchases. Um,
Makes sense.
yeah, and then
Art is expensive. Having like
yo,
interest
it
in
is.
things.
Oh my goodness, I wish I didn't learn about digital art sometimes because I was like, this is expensive. All you need is a paper and pencil. That is like very cost effective if you don't do anything, if you don't like doing anything else. Because I know like those Copic markers, those are a lot of money. I got like six of them, and I definitely spent like $40. I don't even use them.
Listen, you are
I
calling me
I
out because
I
my
was
whole
I was about to
collection of
try and segue this into your marker collection.
my whole collection of Prismacolor markers and like shout out to them because I'm not even sponsored, but I just continue to use their stuff
Not
and it's
yet,
a
not
dollar.
yet.
It's $1 more than Copic and I just
That's a
prefer
dollar
them.
more.
I believe so. Last I checked it was $1 more. You guys, I'm gonna do a video soon. First off, talking about what we talked about earlier with school that's being hectic. And I'm gonna do a video showing my art collection, just like all the supplies that I have at some point.
We need the Yazzie vlogs, the Jersey Slice vlogs.
Because I think people don't understand. Like I do a lot of things and I just have too much stuff because of that.
Oh yeah, it like the need for like another space is at an all-time high because it's like the more
I do
interests
not
I
have
have, the
money.
less space I have. Yo, Yazzie does have money. Don't let it fool you.
I am poor.
Her and Maya got something going on. I don't know what it is, but I need to get in on whatever it is.
You know how like a normal girl spends money on makeup and clothing and stuff? I spend it on art supplies.
So I spend on makeup and clothing. That's why I got the same iPad.
That's why I have those things. That's why. My friends will probably tell you too. Like when they're going to parties and they're like, "You want to come out?" I'm usually the one like, "Nah, I'm good," and just like looking on Blick and
Oh,
all that
believe
stuff.
me, I don't like going anywhere. Oh my goodness. Anytime we have like a conversation, like all of us, and it's like, yeah, we have to do this, this, and this. I was like, you can always pull out the old reliable COVID excuse, but it's like, damn, I don't want to do anything.
This year, I mean, well, being in quarantine has been amazing for me because I could just be in my house. I love being in my house.
Yeah. Jacob doesn't have that excuse anymore. We got him out the crib.
Oh yeah, I peeped. It was free Jacob for a long time.
Oh yeah. We were getting t-shirts made.
Were you actually?
Nah, we should have. We missed the boat. We missed the train, actually. But yeah, definitely 3D render is my second one. And oddly enough, architecture is what like. See, good thing I'm
Uh-oh,
a
here
little
we
bit
go. Here we
more
go.
grown now because I appreciate some of the stuff from like the architecture program because I definitely would not have learned or been exposed to any of that stuff really without like Rhino and stuff.
That's true.
And then like I've used like Google, what was it, SketchUp. Um, I've used SketchUp for those renders. I would make like a little building or a house, import it into Blender, all this stuff. We got LJ here too. We got Jay, and import that right over to Blender. I was like, oh, only if Linnea were here now.
You guys hear all this science talk he's doing right now?
I miss it. I tell you all the time.
All this
I kind of like.
technology in your brain now.
I feel like sometimes I get like a little homesick with school. Now I made the right
For
move in leaving
architecture?
at the. Yeah, just a little homesick every now and then.
You miss us?
Yeah, I haven't told you.
No, what the heck?
I've had conversations with Craig where I was just like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
I am not Craig. What do you mean?
No, I know, but I thought I spoke about it with you, but definitely I was like, especially when I first started graphic design, even as like recent as like the beginning of the year, I went to Craig and I was like, look, I don't know, and then
When
he
you
was like,
first started graphic design, but not recently. I felt like you kind of I don't know. I didn't really think about it too much, but I felt like you kind of like just got used to graphic design and was like, okay, I'm good.
no, I got used to it. But the thing is that's keeping me there is that I still do not want to be an architect, so that's like the only thing where it's just like, oh well, just gotta let it go.
Yeah, I have that conversation with myself like every other
But I
day.
enjoyed like the model making and all that stuff, like in hindsight, of course, because during it was like complete and utter like hell.
I don't. I think it's just it's a lot of work. I try to explain to people that have never been in a creative field or like had to do that in creative learning, and it's way different than like a traditional college student's life.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
if
because
you're studying
after
English, your
I
workload is nowhere close to an architecture major's work. And that's not to say your work isn't hard. It's just that you are
it's
not
just
missing
different.
out on parties. You're not missing out on like family
Oh
functions.
well, if you're an English major, you're probably not getting invited to those parties.
You're not. Shut up. You're not missing out. Like, what do I miss the most? I miss sleep the most. Like, I spend the entire break sleeping.
That has been like that. That is the one thing I don't miss. Because I remember nights when we were in studio and it was just like, yep, who's getting like the Dunkin' Donuts big box of coffee tonight? And it was just like,
Yeah,
because
it's
now when I try and pull an all nighter, my body is like, nope, you have hit the capacity for your lifetime. That is
for your life. I feel
bedtime.
like I'm getting close to that. How do you know
Oh no!
when you're done, when you're ready to end it all
Oh,
the
when
night?
when
That
you
sounded
which one? I have a different answer for both. When the last time I had to pull an all nighter, it hit like 6 a.m. and I was like, "Oh Lord, what have I gotten myself into?" Because I have another 15 hours of a day, and I am ready for bed now. It is not even the daytime, so I was like, "Yeah, I think it's best if we just don't do this anymore." So
yeah.
might have to
It's
put that in a box.
okay. So you've been in architecture, and now you're in graphic design, and I'm in architecture, and I've been doing this for forever. It seems. What advice should we give to people? I'm going to put this in the video too. But what advice should we give people for this next semester if they're entering either of these fields or something similar?
Um, Definitely make time to do what you like to do, because I will risk. This is gonna sound bad until I finish my point, but just work with me here. I have rolled the life dice on my grade sometimes, but it has always worked out because I've made the time to do what I like, and it helps you get your work done more effectively if you are, like satisfied. Like if you just like go and burn yourself out back to back to back, it is not going to get done efficiently, and the work is not going to be that good because you're just like working on E. But if you just
Mhm.
ignore school every now and then, not to the point of detriment, but enough to where you're happy.
If you just ignore school every now and then.
They should teach us that.
I agree, but I think it's the wording is hilarious.
I'm not the best with the words, but they know what I mean.
Um, yeah, I would agree. I feel like
At least do something because the school is like the only thing you got going on. And man, God bless you because
I'm
I don't
not
know
sure.
what I would do.
I'm not sure if you had the same conversations that I had with Craig and a bunch of other teachers, but in the beginning of coming to the school, it was a lot of like you should have other hobbies and you should be doing other things to have other interests. That way, when you get to whatever, you have knowledge
They
of certain
expected us to
things.
also have another family because they wanted us to spend money like we ain't have.
Right. So, I mean, I'm using that as an example because I'm like,
Oh, okay,
that was
yeah,
something they told us, but I felt like they gave us so much work that you didn't really have the time to have all the other hobbies and things that you did on the side and like all that stuff.
yeah,
But I feel like the older we got and like the more experience we got in the programs, we kind of were like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna take this week off and just go have fun with my friends, or like go to a museum and see some
yeah.
art.
It seems like it's gonna be bad advice, but you gotta like learn, I guess, the boundaries of your professors, and then kind of take advantage of not
Take
take advantage
advantage.
of
Oh my God, the
not
word
not
I can't.
not take advantage of your teachers, but like work those boundaries because it's like as much as like I don't know what it is, but something about this pandemic, they got us working. Like there's just a new level amount of work. Like they will just open a drawer and find some more work for us to do. So I don't know what it is. They just think we got all the time in the world, but I am taking the me time because it's like, all right, you want me to do the work and it's bad, or do you want me to do the work and it's decent, even though I'm rushing
Both,
a little bit? I'd rather
both.
just, yeah.
They want both.
No, they do want both, but you only get to pick one. So,
It's what I call the Darian method. Don't talk to him if you don't show up with anything.
or just don't talk to him. He's pretty. Well, once you get to know him, he's not as. Um, these are just like references only. I don't want to
Only we
give.
know. You're like, what are
Yeah,
they
I was
talking
like, hey, in case any of you guys have Darian, uh,
about?
he's a pretty stoic
No,
guy.
but yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like my other advice would be to take naps. I feel like I'm
I'm
really
bad with naps.
reiterating sleep a lot, but like,
I'm bad with naps. If I take a nap, I am going to bed. Like it is not
okay, take naps and set alarms because tell your family, whoever's in the house with you, like, hey, I'm taking a nap. If I'm not up by this time, come get me.
come scram with
Um,
me. Yeah.
yeah, I did that a lot last semester because I had crazy hours for my classes, and there was some days where I had literally like there was just like a gap for eating food and then going to class.
Oh
It
yeah, I
was
used to abuse those gaps. If there was a gap longer than 30 minutes, I was going home. Even if it was 40 minutes, I was going home and driving right back. I don't care. I was
yeah, but you live close to the campus, but I mean
Yeah,
like
that's true.
we're in the house right now. Take advantage of the fact that you're in your house, you're in your comfort
Oh yeah,
zone.
yeah, yeah. Because then you could
Get
just lay
a nap,
right in
eat
bed
some
once that
really
class
good
is over.
food.
Or during class.
No, no, not during class. I'm like
Oh,
trying
okay. I see the little painting. That's cool. Okay, we got the ink down now.
trying to look at what you're doing over there. I want to take the Stigil class appropriate.
I will not teach you how to do anything other than what I do, and it will not help. I feel like I do not. I learned like I know the bare minimum about this app because it was like, all right, let me learn how I draw, and then I'm gonna stop learning how to use this app. And then I just learned about clipping masks like a month ago.
I watched so many videos on like what people do for illustration
Mhm.
before my iPad even showed up. And they all use different styles than I do. So it was just like, let me just see what people do, like how the things work, and now I'm hopefully can use them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll see.
it's
This
pretty
is
easy
my,
to learn, especially since you know Photoshop and all
I don't know what to draw next. Should I give them like some other doodles? I'm being real basic today, clearly.
that. Let's
That
see.
looks so good. Look at your drawing.
Oh, yours looks good.
It makes me want to watch Adventure Time all over again. Those colors and stuff, they look so happy.
I didn't know how I was gonna, because I already like drew the scene out, and you saw like the couple sketches I had before this. So it was like I was like I had the characters Finn, and then I added BMO, and I was like, all right, how are we gonna add Jake? And I was like, all right, I don't know where to put him, and I was like, all right, we'll just turn him into a mountain or something. Hopefully it fits within the lore or something.
Accurate. And then you got your little guys up there.
Yeah, we got one right here, and we got the other one in the Finn mask.
So
Mm. I feel like I didn't answer that first question fully. So yeah, the second one is 3D rendering and drawing. Well, 3D art because it's fun. I like animation and that stuff, and that's what I want to do. Like, well, eventually get to doing once I learn or have the expenses to do so. And then it's just that if anything is time consuming, it's that because people have asked me, they're like, "Oh, can like I want to commission like one of these 3D things," and I was like, "Look, I'm not even going to do that to you or myself because it's going to take me 30 hours to learn to do what you want to do and then be able to do it on my own. And then also, I know nobody wants to pay like the $500 that it's going to be.
to like learn the 3D stuff.
Yeah, because like anytime I do something, I have to watch tutorial because I don't know like too much about the program. And then it's like anytime I have an idea, I was like, all right, can I do this in this program? And then I learn the tutorial, and then I have to learn like then I have to try and do it how I would do it. So, oh, we got Ryan here. But yeah, it's then um after that, I don't know what I would put after that. Um, I guess video editing I would leave last
I'm saying,
because I
where does
mean
music rank in this? You're just like, I don't know.
I like I mean I'd probably leave video editing last because it's like I don't know. It's like depending on what it is. If it's something for like myself or if it's for like um something I really like want to do, I it's fun. But a lot of times it's like if we gotta send it to somebody to get it looked at and all this stuff, and then just like, oh, here's all the things that you need to change that definitely will take a lot of time, and it's like, oh, well, not fun anymore. But it's like it has its moments.
Not fun anymore.
It kind of like fell. I kind of fell into it rather than like me kind of exploring it
Mm,
first,
okay.
and then
Music or video editing?
the
Or both?
video editing stuff.
Mm,
Um, I started learning how to make beats just by being around like Jacob and Les, and then pretty much just learning the program by watching Les and Reggie, like from being at their house all the time. And then by the time I like got the program, because a bunch of us like bought the program at the same time to start learning how to like everybody who like raps like learn how to record themselves so we could get stuff done like whenever like people like if someone's not home or something like that. And then by the time I got the program, it was like I already knew how to like the way around the program just from watching people use it. So it's
right.
fun, but it's hard for me to like do something and it not be like I think it's one of the more fun things because I'm not like so pressured by it kind of like the same way I am with drawing. Like I just put like this pressure on myself. I don't really do that with that stuff. So
Like
uh
it comes natural, or it's just fun for
no,
you?
it does not come natural. That is the most unnatural thing to begin with.
Oh, like what do you mean? Because that sounds
Like
insane.
it's like when you're drawing, you probably just like, oh, my Instagram. I'm like, I'm not like trying to be a producer or anything. So it's just like I just do it more so for fun, and then also that came from kind of fell into me wanting to take it just to learn it a bit more because when I was doing my last set of like those 3D renders, I did it in like 8 or 9 months ago.
Hmm.
I had to reach out for all the people if they want to work on the music, then I had to wait for them, and some of them didn't necessarily fit the animations and stuff. But I'm really like can't really don't know how to say anything about it because it's just like, well, I don't know how to do it, so I don't know how to tell you if you could change something or do something more like this. And I don't like relying on a lot of people for me to do something, and it doesn't really make sense to me. So I just tried learning it on my own, and it was fun. So I just keep trying to learn it, and it's not like the pressure's on the same way when I'm drawing. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm want to be an artist, so I don't know how these drawings are gonna get themselves done. Where it's like with um like
I don't
beats
think
and
it has
stuff.
to have
It's
that pressure. I think you definitely
no,
get
it
to.
does. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. I just my brain decides it does.
That's definitely you talking to you, because no one else
Oh
is.
yeah, no, it
We
was for
all love
sure my
everything
like
you do, and you're just like, no, it's not good. You're like,
it's
what are you
definitely
talking?
my inner dialogue. Oh, we got Chris here too. Okay, Chris, where's Sean? Wake Sean up. Tell him to get in here.
Wake Sean up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
what's your favorite thing? How do you rank the glass blowing, the drawing, mosaics, all that stuff?
Same as you. Drawing is first because that was my first love, and I feel like I no matter where I am or what my tool is, I can do it.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Um, I had to like stop to think. um, Shoot, I don't know. Is oil pastel in the same realm as drawing because you're just using it to draw with it? It's not painting.
Oil pastel, the same thing as drawing. I would, I don't know. So I don't use that stuff, so I'm not the judge.
Okay, well then I'm gonna put all those things in the same category, like traditional drawing by hand, same category, first love. And then second, probably mosaics, because for some reason I can also do that really quickly. It like heavily relies on whether or not I have the materials, obviously,
Hmm.
which is the most unfortunate part about it. But it, I don't know, it just comes easy to me, and I'm sure that is because of how much training and like how long I've been doing it.
Yeah.
Um, but I always like I do everything in the same style essentially, but I always like that at the end because of the medium, it comes out different.
Do you
Um,
like that? Like that thing where it's just like, because I mean, naturally people would find their own style, but sometimes it like I think where it's just like, it's just like, am I plagued with the like this like wanting to do things in like one, not one way, but kind of like your own way? Because then it's just like now I think in like how the drawings look, so it's like I can't even break it if I wanted to.
I don't. Oh, you think in the way that it looks? Hmm.
Like if I think of a drawing, like if I think of an idea for a drawing, I think of how I would draw it. Like I already kind of see it in my head and then just have to like regurgitate it onto like the iPad, which sounds disgusting.
I don't have that same situation. Mine is literally like, you know, how hyperrealists draw a thing that they see and it's like, oh, that's that. You know exactly what it
Hmm.
is. Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of see it in that way, and then when I'm drawing it, I only know how to draw in this way, and so that's why it
Okay.
comes out the way that it does. Even when I've tried to go super hyper realistic or even like make things look cutesy, it's just I always end up modifying it because I'm like, something about this is off, and then I end up looking the same way in the end. So I think I'm just maybe it's me that I'm destined to just draw the way that I do. I
Yeah.
don't.
I don't know. I feel the same way because I feel like now it'd be weird if I drew in any other way.
You gotta have like your like anti-sigil line.
So I have like I'll draw in like other ways, but then when I finish drawing, I'm just like, what is this?
What is this? What am I looking at? What did I just do? I don't know. I've actually done other.
I thought about taking a break where it was just like, let me make a new Instagram. I'll just post everything else, and I just won't tell anybody about it, and it'll just be for me, and like just
Oh
get the
my god,
satisfaction from finishing stuff. But
that art finsta.
yeah,
I've actually thought about doing that too. I'm not at like I don't hate abstract art, but I just don't understand how it's created.
hmm
That makes sense. Like I don't know I don't understand the process.
I feel like abstract art can be like really hit or miss when it comes to hearing people talk about like their process. Because sometimes, like how like some people will like inflate or romanticize like their process and stuff like that, and it's just like I don't know. I feel like with like abstract art, you get that the most. Where it's like I'll be quick to tell anybody. It's like, look, I don't know what I'm doing. It just so happens to come out this way.
Yeah,
And
I don't understand. That's no shade to anyone because I have a lot of abstract artists that I
oh no
actually
no no
love
yeah. No, I
their
love a
work.
lot of abstract art. It's probably my favorite art. It's just that when I have
If I had
heard
to create
people
it, no.
talk about it, yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I would ask myself, is this genuine or is this just kind of like, am I playing it up? But I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's like one of those things for me that I never could figure out. But they're when I have created some, they were fun to create, but I didn't feel attached to it in any way. It was just kind of like, yeah, okay, that happened.
Yeah.
On to the next thing. Um, what did I say? Okay, art, drawing, and then mosaics, and then uh, shoot, I don't know. This is hard.
Well, the only ones you didn't mention were like wrapping, painting, and then
Rapping,
rapping.
I'm not a rapper.
Where's cooking up there? Because sometimes I see the plates and I get jealous that I'm not eating at Yazzy's house.
Oh, well, then cooking, I think cooking could be third. I like cooking. I do it for the food of it all. Just like I just want to eat.
Yeah,
I'm not in there trying to like reinvent the wheel or anything. Um, but it's plating is fun. I think I don't want to eat anything that looks gross, and I don't want anybody else to. So I always try to make my plate look appetizing.
no, it's funny whenever I see like people do like proper plating and stuff on like TV. It's just like no one wants their ketchup just like smeared all over the dish. Just put in a
No,
little like just dump it on the side and I'll dip the
give me a
fries
little
in
puddle of
it.
it, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, just,
Um, okay, yeah. So we'll do drawing, mosaics, cooking slash food. Because I think eating could be a talent. Whatever.
hey, some people make money on those like hot dog eating contests and stuff.
Right? Um, and then I'll put architecture, I think. I think that works.
Okay,
Or just digital art in general, because I don't really see myself doing that for like
ever and ever.
for pleasure, but it's like sometimes I just want to dabble in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes you get the bug.
Yeah, I'm just like I want to see what I can do in Photoshop real quick. And then I just do it. And I may never show anyone, but it just I satisfy that need.
I think the fun part about doing those projects is when it comes to like like the artistic renderings and stuff, that's when it's fun because no one's like checking your math on all that stuff.
Yeah, for architecture, that's my favorite part because I mean, and my goal is always to just be different from everybody else. I think
Hmm.
being in school, there is a sort of like unspoken goal to try to look as professional and like real as like actual existing architecture firm's work looks. But I'm like, this is the only time in my life if I'm going to do architecture that I get to play around. So let me just make the most ridiculous rendering of this object that I created over the semester that's like way more artsy than it is architectural.
Yeah.
And
Because then,
then,
like, I mean, if you're trying to just make it look real, then you're not gonna get into it because, like, I appreciate when people are really good at drawing like realistically, but it's like it exists already kind of thing, where it's just like I feel like it's more fun trying to come up with stuff that isn't already in the life that we're living.
yeah, I've seen some pretty like this past semester was one of those semesters where I was like, I'm going to make my rendering just not even close to architectural. Like, yeah, the building is going to be there, and you'll kind of have an idea of like where things sit on the ground, but I'm gonna make it playful. And so I just did as much coloring and like um digital collaging as I could,
Hmm.
but also drawing a little bit. I kind of wish I drew more, like by hand, and then kind of like pushed them all together. But yeah, that was a fun experiment. I feel like the the longer we go, hopefully this last semester will be fun. I'm just like playing around, and I don't know. The professors seem like they're into it, but I never can tell. I'm like, do they
Yeah.
actually like this?
So is the talk of like going back to Rome just like dead?
Ooh, so there is talk about it. Um, Last I heard, this would be the semester we would go, but you know, seeing as things are still ridiculous, I'm
I
not
was
into.
gonna say Kane is not even open, let alone Rome.
Yeah, I'm like, I looked at the maps just to see my pictures that I took when I was there, and they all have like the little location thing saying places are closed. I don't think that's for me. Also, I like being healthy, so I want to
Yeah.
remain here. I think I'll be okay. I don't know. I hot take. It was a lot of fun. I would have had a lot more fun, obviously, if I was just there visiting and not actually having to do homework every night.
That was
So,
my whole thing because I left the semester before you guys were gonna go to Rome. Like
mhm.
that semester where you guys were leaving was my first semester in graphic design. And
Right.
then no,
No,
the
second,
semester
right?
before. Yeah, yeah. Because I started graphic design in the we're gonna go in the spring, like January, right? Is when you guys left or February.
Right. Hmm.
And then my whole thing was like I would love to go as a tourist, not so much as a student. Whereas, like, just for me personally, like, even I would still love to study abroad if it were possible, but I don't know. I don't want that experience ruined of traveling by just like the bad thoughts of extreme amounts of homework.
It was, I mean, I was fortunate because I didn't have to take all the classes because I had so many credits. So I did have like one or two classes where everybody else was in a classroom setting where I was kind of just exploring, and I had planned on doing things while I was there for that
Mm,
time. Um, we also were fortunate because our history class, we were kind of just like traveling to see the places as opposed to looking at a book like you would if you were
okay.
in America. So we would go to the Pantheon or whatever and like see it while the person was talking about it. And, you know, we sit there and draw it for a little while and said that was our class for the day. But having that and then being like, okay, now I want to go to this pasta making class at the end of the day, but I also got to make sure I get my homework in by this time was like, that was annoying, but it was like, okay, but I'm not going to
Oh
act
yeah, I
crazy.
remember I saw you guys doing that. That looked fun.
Yeah, like I took advantage of every single time that I could, and if I was like dead tired at the end of the night and crashed, then I just had to do that. But of
Yeah.
course, like your family wants to call you all the time, and so then you use like an hour or two just talking on the phone in your apartment and
Hmm.
charging it, go run around. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I think if I go back to Rome again, I definitely want to do that on my own time and not school related.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what. When things are opening up, all my money is going towards not being here.
I think everybody has the same idea. Everybody wants to travel.
Yeah.
Um, and like even if that means just seeing their families or like getting out of their state, I think everybody is kind of in the same mind of like going somewhere that's not here. And the same for other countries. I think they want to get to go places too. Like not
Where's the first place you would go? Like, so if someone was like, pay for your trip, everything, food, everything, where would you go?
anywhere in the world or anywhere in America.
Anywhere. Anywhere in the world.
Well, I have an obsession, so probably back to Japan.
Besides Japan, because you've been there.
um, I always wanted to go to Morocco, so maybe Morocco.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't really, or Hawaii. I don't have a lot of places that I'm like dying to go.
I want to go to France, but then I think about it and it's like, the food isn't probably going to be that great. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I've seen enough memes and tweets about beans and toast, and I'm just like, do I want to go? When I
I was
went to
waiting for you to
Rome,
say it.
that food was the greatest food I have eaten in my life.
Rome.
Yeah,
hmm I
like
wouldn't say it's the greatest food I have in my life, but it was definitely up there. I would give it top five.
like the pizza there is different. Like I didn't think that it was like that much crazier, but it was pretty crazy.
The pizza there is different.
The
It
funny
was.
thing is I know
It
you saw
wasn't
this
that
too. It
different
was
for
just
me.
like, really?
hmm
I don't know. Maybe
I
my
think
taste
I'm
buds were
eating
just a
authentic
little
pizza.
more
I mean, it was a
dulled.
lot thinner, but it wasn't that
I
different as
mean,
far
your
as
whole
taste.
thing is pizza, and your whole thing is pizza. It's in one of your names, so you might
Yeah,
be more of a critic.
I I would go back for the pasta. I really enjoyed
Oh yeah,
carbonara.
that pasta was crazy. You can get pasta off of a curb, and it tastes better than anything you have here.
Yep,
I know you
agree.
saw like the streets just lined with cigarette butts.
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. I want to do a post. I think because I showed you when I was there all the graffiti and stuff. I want to do some
Hmm.
posting about that. I don't know how I want to do it though. Like I don't want
We
to
need
just
the
get
follow up to the dogs.
all the
That was
dog
my
photos. I have
favorite part of the beginning of this of last year. I keep forgetting it's 2021. The favorite part of the beginning of last year was just seeing the daily dog updates.
I would send Antonio pictures of or videos of dogs every day because they're
Or if you
everywhere
saw
we
like a
went.
fat cat somewhere.
Everywhere we went, there was a dog or a cat. There was mostly dogs though.
Yeah, it was
Um,
definitely mostly dogs.
in every place you could think of. Let's
It
do
must be cool to be a dog though.
just there specifically.
I mean, yeah, sure. But I would still definitely want to go to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, and I want to eat at that restaurant. I would
Oh,
definitely.
Switzerland! I want to go to
I
Switzerland.
I was gonna say I want to go to either. So I had a connecting flight when I went to Rome in
Same. That's
Switzerland,
what mine was.
but we had 7 minutes to get from one plane to another. So it was like while you're sprinting to the other terminal, you're like, "Oh, cool, Switzerland," and then you're just on another plane already.
Oh, only
And
seven. We
then,
were there for 7 hours.
oh, okay, no, I'd rather be there for 7 minutes. But
I love that airport now.
yeah, I saw like they had like chocolate with like mustard in it. I was like, all right, I don't know
No,
what's
that
going on here.
I'm okay on that one. That
Yeah, I'm
sounds.
okay on that. But I would definitely want to see like Switzerland, like Netherlands, especially certain museums there, like how we learned about like the Bauhaus and a lot of stuff, like those art movements. Like to see the museums there are
Mhm.
pretty cool. Because I went to the
Yeah.
Maxi Museum in Rome, and that was like the coolest building ever. Because it's like I'm still like even though I'm not in architecture anymore, I still nerd out over some
I was
buildings,
gonna
and
say
that
you
was
are
definitely one of them.
obsessed. I was just about to say I think you're obsessed with architecture, But
I'm
you are.
obsessed with it. I love architecture, just not doing it. I
I
think
was gonna
that's
say
what it is.
you're like the lover of the design and not necessarily like the designer
Yeah.
anymore.
But I love how chairs look. Do I ever want to build one on my own? Probably not. But I will look
Yes,
at
you
them.
do.
I would like to. No, no, no. I would like to design one.
I
That's
want.
it.
Okay, here's my request when you do it, and nobody take this because I'm saying you're not here as like proof or whatever that this came out of my brain. I want one of your little guys just like sitting like they're hugging something, so that I can sit inside of it like they're hugging me. As
Oh, we gotta make like a little big one, like at Costco where they have like here's the 15-foot teddy bear.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I want that.
Oh, definitely. Wait, you'll get the prototype
He's
if it's not
like, it's
like
never
broken.
coming out, but you get the prototype.
No, no, no. We'll do it in the future. Just gotta find the good factory connect.
Yo, facts. Everybody has a factory connect. I don't know how they do it.
Well, a lot of those people. So I was talking to that one person about like toy production and stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, so for the prototype, it'll be like $30 each." And I was like, "Oh, wait, hold on." I was like, "I don't know who you were working with, but I do not have like 3,000 just next to me." So I was like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't
"Well,
have the money, but that price actually seems kind of reasonable. Like if you had it.
oh yeah, if I had it, I would do it." And I'm interested in like the rug stuff too, but it's like so like everybody's doing it now, and it's like some of them I'm just like seeing them, and I would do it for myself, not really. I wouldn't want to be like a rug company.
Just like for your crib.
I would just make one for myself. Yeah,
hmm I've been
it's
watching
like,
all the ones that people do by hand, the punch rugs.
oh, did you end up buying the that rug? I remember. Did you buy a rug a long time ago? Was it like Frank Ocean or Cameron, one of those?
Oh, from Mario? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna
Did you
be
get
in
it yet?
my. Yeah, I got it. I didn't post it or anything, but I got it.
You're gonna have to send me a picture. I want to see that.
I want to do. I have so many plans, and I'm gonna do them sooner rather than later. Um,
It's time.
I want to do the video of like my art collection, and that's super loose because a lot of them are like prints and not actual originals. But
Mine will be
I
a short
probably
video. It's like here's Yazzy's, and then here's like a bunch of mine that I haven't sold.
no, I like t-shirts for my friends, and I mean they're not always like one of 10 or something. They usually are like a lot of them, but I like them so much, and I usually like fold them up or I buy multiple so I can wear one and then keep another one.
I want to get like a t. Do they make like t-shirt frames or something so you can hang one up?
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, because I have some that I want to like not wear anymore because I don't want them to degrade to the point where I don't have the memory of it anymore and have to throw it out, or it just turns into a blank t-shirt.
They have I've seen some before. It's been a while, but I've seen some at like Michael's and
Oh, we're gonna get cut off.
what time is it? Oh shoot.
2:59.
I was
That
like, what
was a
time?
very fast hour.
It might let us keep going, but just in case we can end it here and you guys can hear more about this later. And I actually do the videos I keep saying I'm gonna do.
I know. Wait. So does Instagram have like the 1 hour limit still?
They used to have it, and then sometimes it tells me like where you're ending in 20 seconds, and then sometimes
Did
they
they
don't.
tell you yet?
They didn't say anything yet,
Okay.
so we might be okay. But just in case, make sure you guys give Schedule a follow, and stay tuned on all the things that he's doing because he has a lot of things that he does, as you heard through this conversation. Um, and stay tuned on both of us because we might be collaborating. You never know. We're always talking about projects.
Waiting on it.
I can't wait to see this piece when it's done.
I can't either. I can't wait to see it either because I don't know when I'm gonna finish.
Are you gonna tag Cartoon Network?
Hell yeah! What? I'm trying to get all their attention. Let me work for you guys.
I want to do voiceover if you ever get a show.
Yeah, if I am getting a
I don't
show,
need to be
it
a
is going to
recurring
be.
character. I just want to be on like
No,
one.
you are going to be there because I will not know how to do it all by myself anyway. So,
No, they have teams for you. They don't want you bringing randoms to the
no,
crew.
I'm bringing my randoms. All right, I'm bringing all the randoms.
I didn't do anything amazing this time, guys, but
Oh, relax.
here's my sketches. But I actually got an idea from this, so thanks, Jacob. And I'll tag you once, or I'll just hit you up and I'll let you guys know before everybody else knows what I'm thinking about doing now.
We gotta get Jacob in here next time, or one of
Yeah,
these times. I don't know who you have lined up. I know you have all. You have some talented friends because sometimes I was like, I wish I knew somebody that just knew how to make cupcakes like this.
I was like talking so much last year, like, oh my God, I want to have someone that cooks on the show. And it took me so long to think of people because the algorithm doesn't show me everybody.
I
But
gotta
I'm like,
start like prepping meals before you start because depending on who the guest is, I gotta eat something because I don't
and I
know who's
have
gonna be
so
a chef
many
here.
people.
Then they got me hungry.
Yeah, keep that in mind. I'm gonna definitely have somewhere, some more culinary artists on the show. And I don't even know when. Maybe I can have one for Valentine's Day, but maybe we will wait for another holiday. You never know. You gotta stay tuned. Look at this drawing. This is so cute.
We're getting the shade going.
This is
My
adorable.
favorite part is the BMO.
Yeah, Bimo's really cute. He's skateboarding.
Mm,
There he is. But look, we'll end it here. I don't want them to see everything. That means they have to go to your page and see the final drawing.
yep. Let's hope within the next 2 days. Probably gonna finish it today. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Glad to be here. And thank you
We
everybody
might
that tuned in.
we might have another one with you this same year. We may not even wait till next
Oh,
year.
I'm down.
Who knows?
We just need to know a
Oh,
little bit in advance so I can pull a drawing out real quick, but I need to do something.
before we go, Cobra Rebels wants to know what you're using to do your drawing.
I am using the fabulous app Procreate with the Apple Pencil and my reference here of the treehouse from the show, so I can pull colors from. And yeah, that's what we have going on right here. My iPad is bugging out a little bit, but that's happened. And
Save save that before you get out of here. What's wrong with you?
oh no, it saves automatically. That's the one thing I love about this app. It has crashed before, and it just picks up where it left off. I was like, well,
It's like,
this
no,
is
we got
perfect for me. Yep. But yeah, we got Procreate. Yes.
more Procreate things on Instagram, possibly Twitch whenever you get back to that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and now that he has me on Procreate, we might do a collaboration with that. So you never know. Just
Yeah, don't say might. It's got to happen.
look
We
out
don't
for
know
things,
when. We don't know when, but it will happen.
but it will happen. Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool, cool. All right. Thank you again for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I missed you. It's weird not
I
being
miss
at
you
school
too.
and like
Oh yeah,
running to the
no, it's super
classroom.
weird. Yeah, definitely.
But all right. Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.